Happy Sunday, you guys. 606 Garage, ladies. All right, now, I did not do nothing Saturday. I did go to Southern Nights Cruise, check the shorts out. Decent little turnout. It's a good time. All right, now we're back in the shop. I am recharged. I feel good. Took my little break or whatever. And the Capri doesn't run with this Chinese distributor. I feel like that's the problem. This car ran and then it just quit. And it just pops and cracks and just won't fire, won't run. Did a compression test on all cylinders. They were good. I took the timing cover off to verify it was lined up. I've done everything. Now, I do have the new intake on here. And, obviously it's not going to stay on there very long because we're always doing something to the car. Next is the F-Cam. And I am going to order Compass some retro dog bones that are angled and are slightly higher to allow for a higher lift cam, because there's no way that F-Cam's going to work on this. Because this one right here, I can tell you that the stock camshaft is trying to push these dog bones up a little bit, and I probably showed you that before, but it'll run. It'll run. Now, it's more than likely going to break one of them, probably destroy my engine. Who knows? But regardless, that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to get this thing running, and once I know we've got it running and lined out and everything, we're just going to start all over. We're going to put the F-Cam in it. We're going to degree that camshaft. I'm going to show you how to do that. What else are we going to do? That forces me to get my other heads ready when we go that other camshaft, because I'm not sticking my valve train in these old heads right here. I have a set of heads that I've been working on. This car will never have a better set of heads than E7. I'd never say never, but I do not anticipate this car to have better heads than E7 heads. I don't really care if it runs that good. I'm not looking for a super fast car. I think these things run very good with a decent set of gears and a 5-speed from the factory. So, that being said, I've got to hit the ground running. I hope to actually get y'all a couple videos this weekend. So, I've got a little bit of a mess to clean up here. I'm going to get this hood out of here. Open up this space right here. So I can get and I've said it in the last 5 videos, these subframe connectors. My welder's already kind of pulled out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and box the end of these. And that'll probably be a different video, because I really want to go in depth on the frame connectors, because, people think, it's just frame connectors, but, really, it's kind of important. I mean, if it ain't that important, don't put them on. So, you want to put them on right. Put them on for a long time. All right, let's get started. All right, she fired up. Sounds fairly decent. And she started having problems. It's always something. So, it was easy to catch this time, because we know the distributor said exactly right. She took off and fired just fine. And to get it to run, I had to hold the throttle down. And it finally took off and started running, and it cleared up. I knew it was flooding. Which makes sense. 100%. I had this thing set just right. I had it set just right. Now I'm curious if there's anything actually wrong with that Chinese. Well, I know there's something wrong with it. It wouldn't run, but I noticed my plugs were fouling real bad, and the only way it'd run be wide open. This thing was just pouring gas past the fuel on this thing. If you look at these things, they, it was just, the gas was just running down the barrels. I picked the carburetor up, gas is just pouring out of it. So it's killing the motor. So I went through a lot of effort here just because something is malfunctioning inside that Edelbrock. I have a 670 Avenger right now. I'm gonna take it apart because I bought it supposedly rebuilt. I'm gonna take a look at it, make sure they put it together properly. I might actually take that Edelbrock apart because I got to redo my fuel lines and stuff like that now that I'm going with the Holley. But I did want to end up putting the Holley on there, the Street Avenger. I'm going to get started on that right now. Carb life, baby. Carb life. Sucker might find an EFI on it for too long. I don't know. I'm just kidding. All right, so I used my rebuild kit on the old 600 single line that I rebuilt for this thing whenever we first started this project. And I don't have another one, but I have an option. These Street Avengers, there's really nothing special about them other than the fact that they have a rear metering block with adjustable jets versus a fixed plate. That's literally almost the difference. And you have you can adjust the vacuum secondary spring on the fly. There's a couple other things that's a little bit more tunable, would you say? But I could probably, for now, turn my single line into a dual line, take the rear metering block off this, check the jets, of course, and make sure we're compatible with that 600. I don't know if that's a 600 or a 650. I've looked it up, and I want to think it's a 650, but it's probably a 600. I don't know. I think it's a 600. I think the Edelbrock was a 650. That's backwards. The Edelbrock was a 600. That's a 650. I'm going back with a single line for now because I want to get this thing running and driving. I got to redo my fuel line once again. But I'm going to play with it some. I'm going to go ahead try to figure out if there's something wrong with this thing because old boy said he bought it. Somebody he knew rebuilt it. He said he put it on his car. Couldn't get it to run. Truck. I think he had a pickup truck. Said he put the Edelbrock on it. Fired right up. Took off. So that tells me something's wrong with this. Now, I don't know if the power valve's bad on it. I don't know if they used the wrong gaskets for the metering block. That right there will put you dead in the water in a heartbeat. So I'm going to get a rebuild kit for this because I would like to actually put this Street Avenger carburetor on this car, and I would like it to stay there because I think it'd be a good street carburetor. Looks like my girl's checking me out here. When it rains, it pours. So I put the Holley on there. I knew it was a good carburetor. Same thing. Fuel pressure. This mechanical fuel pump is pushing 20 pounds of fuel pressure. It's pushing past the needle and seat. The only way it'll run is if you hold the gas down. And that way it'll take it. Other than that, it starts pushing it past, starts dumping it right down the intake. So I'm gonna see if I can get some kind of an inline inline fuel pressure regulator for it. That way I can set it. But this is just crazy. This has been absolutely crazy. Jeez. But I ain't gonna stop. We'll get it. Run a little rich. Whew. Man. We're back. I believe we're right where we need to be. Time to start cleaning up, get this thing up in the air. I am going to drive it down the road. I got to move I got the front backhoe and the front bucket and the rear backhoe attachment out in the way. I can't back it out, so I go hook that up, move it out of the way. I'll take a short drive down the road just to make sure that we're good. Check the, obviously I got to check the lug nuts and stuff, make sure everything's still good. And then we're going to come back and jack her up and keep getting busy. Tell you what, guys, we're going to call that a wrap for that video. I doubt I'll get the car back in tonight. Depends on the weather. If it's going to rain all night, I'll probably pull it back in. I got a lot of cleaning up to do. Trying to plan out what I want to do tomorrow, Memorial Day. I do want to do a little bit more work in here. But I can tell you this. Took it down the road. She runs good. Got black marks all over the place. It's great. But it just doesn't run like it should. It's definitely stouter. It runs out good. But it stumbles in a couple spots. And I can't help but to think. I don't really know what to think about it, to be honest with you. But what I'm thinking is I need to get a block to a machine shop. I'm afraid to stick that F-cam in there. I think I'm just going to get a block to a machine shop. I do actually have a couple short blocks up there out of some Explorers, but I want to be one and done with this. But here's what I'm going to do. Get the car in here. We're going to drive at the 5-speed in it the way it is. Well, I'm telling you, we are going to just milk this thing for all it's got. I am concerned that it's going to break the dog bones and it's going to destroy the engine. But if it does, it does, Towbill home. I want to clean up, make some room here. Guys, have a great Sunday evening. Enjoy your time with your family. Enjoy tomorrow with your family. I hope you have off. If you don't have off, that's terrible. But regardless, remember what the weekend's about. Remember the soldiers. This is for them. And I'm also, everything stays in my mind all the time. I mean, I might be out here working, doing what I need to do, but I constantly keep my mind busy all the time with so much other stuff as well. So that being said, have a great Memorial Day weekend, and you'll probably see a couple more videos tomorrow. Peace. Be safe.